Yo, it's your boy Wata. I hope you're enjoying your day, your night, your evening, your morning, your afternoon, whatever time you're watching this video. But honestly, we're gonna go straight to the jugular like we always do in this one. We're gonna talk about the laws I normally cater to, and I'm not gonna talk about like all of them, but like I'm gonna talk about like these big three, the big ones. Like I'm always striving for achieving 100%. Of course, we're not efficient 100% of the time. You're going from like maybe 50% or maybe all the way down to like 1%, but you're always striving for 100%. That's what matters the most. How are you going to do it is up to you, and honestly have that in your mindset. Always go all beyond, above and beyond. But nonetheless, I'm going to go straight to it. So first law, not necessarily in order, the law of connectivity. I believe that everything's connected. The way your mind works, the way you think presents itself from the way you look, from the way you talk to people, from the way you act, from the way you behave. Everything is connected. The people you surround yourself with is connected to you. What you're wearing is connected to your mindset. Perhaps even, let's go beyond, it's connected to your past. How you talk to people, how you communicate, how you behave, connected to your past, connected to your behavior, connected to your mindset, how you think about people. Everything is connected. Your favorite color is probably connected to like certain past, certain event that happened to you. And everything's connected to like what you wear, what you're buying, what food you're eating is connected to your mind, it's connected to your mindset. So you can utilize that to your advantage, or in the opposite sense, utilize it for your disadvantage, honestly. But honestly, just know that everything's connected. So with that fact in mind, you could also attribute it to people you're talking to in person. What they're wearing, how they're looking at you, their body language, how they're talking to you, how they're presenting themselves, right? Like appearance, their favorite color, their favorite sport, their favorite drink, their favorite food. Like everything's connected to learn about the mindset. The root of all that is the mind, which was always connected to influences, to their past. That's the law of connectivity. It's everything's connected. Second law, again, it's not necessarily in order. The law of reciprocity. What you give to the world is what the world gives to you back. What you give to someone is what you expect in return, what they're going to give you in return. Of course, if it's not that person, like I'm not saying like if you're nice to person A and then you come to me and be like, I'm listening, like I'm being nice to this person's not being nice to me back. Move on. Move on. Because then they're not respecting the law of reciprocity. And of course, it depends like what's going on between your relationship, right? But the law of reciprocity has to be respected. Good person, good judgment, good discernment. Utilize that and showcase that to people. Showcase that to people that deserve it. Key word, deserve it. Or I guess deserve in this case, because that was two words. But nonetheless, you understand what I'm talking about. So be good to good people, alright? So it's a mirror effect, okay? You're good, you're smiling, good body language, good everything. Put your positivity there and you'll receive positivity back. If you don't receive positivity back, then honestly analyze the situation, analyze what's going on, analyze the environment you're in. If it's not a good environment, then go where it's needed, go where you're appreciated, go where it's reciprocated, okay? Third law is, compound effect. I didn't put like, I didn't want to make it like the law of this, the law of this, the law of that, the law of that. Like I'm not Robert Greene still, but I said still. But okay, next law, the compound effect. So mainly the keyword with compound effect. There's also a book written. There's a book written about it as well, but it starts small and then ends up big. Like I like to use this analogy of working out. You're obviously not gonna start, average man benching like what 250 pounds. You're probably gonna start benching 100 and then 150, and then it's an incremental effect. It starts small. It's a snowball effect, But you have to keep it consistent and see if you're progressing. We have this term called progressive overload. The point of the progressive overload is to get stronger. You're not gonna get stronger by just doing mediocre lifting or just lifting the same weight every single day of your life, or you have to get stronger. So by getting stronger, yeah, a byproduct of that is lifting heavy, progressive overload. That's what you need to do. So again, reflect you, and you can reflect these laws on your current life, what you're doing. So sticking to compound effect, you know. I'm trying to attain financial freedom. How am I doing it? Let me start saving more. Let me start looking for like more job opportunities. Or first of all, let me build the skills that'll get me more significant income. Let me look for other business revenues. Let me start searching compound effect. Always be consistent on your journey and start small and do something and try to increase it with increments and see what it gives you. Honestly, I'm not gonna make this video longer than it should be, but honestly, I hope you're enjoying your night, your day, your evening. Let me know in the comments down below how am I doing. What are we out?